Hello and welcome to today's video. This is going to be the Behind the Booktuber tag. This is a 13 question, I believe, tag created by Shellyish, and I first saw it on the Creepy Geeks channel. Those will both be linked down below in the description, as well as a list for all the questions. But yeah, this is just another tag that I saw, that I looked at, that I thought would be fun to do. So I'm going to answer those questions today. Question number 1. What surprised you the most about Booktube, both in a good way and a bad way? The good, honestly, just how much I enjoy talking to strangers on the internet about books. I talk a lot about books in my normal day-to-day and no one really cares, honestly. No one reads the same as me, and making a video about books, about a book I'm reading, about something I'm excited about, I'm hopefully talking to the people who actually care about it, and I'm able to have those conversations with people who do care. And obviously I've been doing this for a few years now, so it's really nice, especially it's not always just true strangers on the internet. Some of the names and titles that pop up in the comment section, I recognise them for having talked to for a few years about just random books here and there, and I don't know, it's just really lovely. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing that surprised me, just being able to talk to so many people, and people who are commenting for the first time ever, and I get to start a new conversation, and also people that I recognise their names, and I know we comment and talk a bit, I don't know, it's just really genuinely nice, and it definitely surprised me how much I enjoy that. Then the bad, honestly, just the time it takes. I could make a whole separate video on how much time it actually takes to do this, to do Booktube, to make these videos every week. It's not bad as in it's actually bad, but it's bad in the sense that it surprised me in a bad way. Obviously I still do it, I still love it, I still enjoy it, I still have so much fun, but I don't think that it's necessarily realised how long goes into making these videos. I make 2 videos a week this year is what I'm doing. That's at least 20 hours a week. A lot of weeks it's more. The planning, the filming, the editing, the uploading time, and then obviously it's Booktube, so you actually have to read the books to have something to talk about every week. I also, definitely read more than I think I would if I wasn't making videos about it. But yeah, I can do a breakdown another time, if that's a video that you'd be interested in seeing, how much time to actually put in to do these videos and make these videos, I can definitely do that. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. But yeah, it definitely surprised me just how long it takes to get 2 videos out a week. Question number 2. How do you balance reading and Booktube with the rest of your life? I don't. This is probably a terrible answer, but I don't. I prioritise reading above absolutely everything else in my life. It is my main hobby, it is what I enjoy the most, I prioritise it the most, and making videos about that just kind of goes easily hand in hand. I'm currently very happy with this. Honestly, I'm really happy with the amount I read. I get a lot of joy and a lot of happiness from it. However, I'm also quite chill. This will ebb and flow throughout my life. Sometimes it might be a higher priority than now, sometimes it might be a lower priority than now. At different points in my life I will put more and less time into it, but right now it's basically what I put any spare time into, and I'm really quite happy with that. Question number 3. Have you ever thought about starting a Patreon? Yes, I've thought about it. It is something that at some point I would like to do. I think I would really enjoy it, especially the community aspect. However, this year I've gone down to 2 videos a week because last year I was really struggling to upload my 3 videos a week. It was too much, I wasn't having enough time. So because I've gone down to 2 videos a week this year, and right now that's all going fine, you've been seeing, hopefully you've been seeing that there's been 2 videos a week for the entire of this year. I don't think I can commit to doing any more than that right now, and especially as Patreon is something that people pay for. They are paying for this extra content, for these extra things, for whatever it is you're providing. I don't feel like I'm at a point where I can commit to making that extra content, and I wouldn't want someone paying for something if it wasn't actually worthwhile and I wasn't actually able to deliver what was promised. So right now, don't think it's in the cards, but I would definitely like to do it someday. Who knows? Question number 4. Have you made any mistakes on Booktube? Nothing major for me. Like, I don't think I've made any major mistakes. There's nothing I regret or anything like that. But especially when I started out, I don't think I thought quite as much about what I was saying in videos. And if I could talk to myself, like myself that was starting making Booktube videos, I'd definitely say just make sure you know how people's names are pronounced. It's not that difficult. You can go on Google. Hopefully the spoken out loud bit on Google says it correctly, but you know, like, you can put that effort in, you can try. Make sure you're doing that. And also, I buy a lot of books second hand, so the people's names and people's pronouns that are on those books might not necessarily be correct and up to date with how those people currently identify. So just a quick Google, a quick look on Goodreads to make sure that what I'm saying is correct to current day. But honestly, like, except for that, there's nothing really. Like, I'm still here just making videos and having fun today as I was when I started however many years ago. So like, I don't know, there's nothing major, but I definitely think I make sure I'm putting those, you know, extra half an hour in before talking about books in any video to make sure that I am getting things right. No, and I definitely should have been doing that at the start too. Question number 5. Do you have any advice for new booktubers? Have fun, don't stress. Obviously, like, it's not easy to do, but especially don't stress about the numbers. Do it because you love reading and because you want to talk to people about reading and because you want to make the content. Like, make the stuff that you want to see and have fun whilst doing it. Don't worry about the numbers. It doesn't matter, like, whether you go quickly or go slowly, there's benefits and good things to come from both. For me, who's like grown very slowly over time, I recognise names in comments. I get to converse with people that I've conversed with for like a couple of years now. I have people add me on Goodreads and I get to actually see what the people watching my videos are reading themselves, and I absolutely love that part of it too. Like, I think it's really, really nice. Like, my Goodreads is always linked in the description. Please do add me if you want to be able to see what we're reading. Like, I love that aspect of it too. And then the other piece of advice I think I'd probably say is, if you're new to Booktube, that's great, and like, make what makes you happy, but also don't be afraid to like make the odd of a random video too. Like, don't be afraid to experiment. Like, you can still be Booktube and a booktuber. Like, that's how I would class myself in this channel, and still do the odd other video. I think this year I've made a video about pancakes, I've made one hair dye video I think, and I also made a non-bookish vlog. It was our trip to Edinburgh, so like there was a lot of books involved, but like I wasn't talking about books or talking about reading, and I've absolutely loved making those. So even if something doesn't 100% fall into that category that you've put your channel into and that you've decided is what you want to do, don't be afraid to experiment and do the odd other thing as well. Like, I think that's how you continue to have fun, is to make what you want to make, whether that fits perfectly in what you set out or not. Question number 6. What are your thoughts on the YouTube algorithm? I don't bloody understand it, so I don't know. I don't really have many thoughts. I truly don't understand it. When YouTube Studio, which is like what you see in the back end, tells me something has changed and explains what I have to do to like change with it and stay current and up to date, I try my best to do that. For instance, YouTube Studio still tells me that hashtags are important, so I will include hashtags on the description of every video, even if it is just like Booktube and like the name of the video or like something like that. I don't see anyone else doing that, but I do it because that's what YouTube Studio tells me to do. I also try to use as many tags that accurately describe my video as possible in the actual tag section. But apart from that, I really don't understand the algorithm. I don't understand how it works. I just try my best and do what I'm told. So yeah, hope for the best. Then question number 7 is split into 2 parts. We'll do 7A first, and that is, how do you decide what videos to make? Whatever I'm inspired by, I make videos on. Oftentimes it'll just be what I feel on the day. For instance, I knew today I wanted to do a tag video, so I've done a tag video. I have a spreadsheet where I have all my ideas listed out, and I went through and I found one that sounded fun and interesting, so we're doing it. But yeah, if I don't feel inspired by anything in particular, I will go to that spreadsheet and I'll have a look through the ideas that I've got. I've easily got over a year's worth of ideas just written down on that spreadsheet, like ready to do whenever I feel inspired to make them or do them, with a large variety of videos. But also I'll ask what's want to be seen. I right now would like to be doing some more reading vlogs. I haven't done many reading vlogs this year and it's something I really enjoy doing, but I don't really feel like I have any like big ideas. So the other day I put on Instagram, like, I want to do more reading vlogs, what do you want to see? And just left a question box open. I think I got 3 different ideas on that. which I've now added to that spreadsheet, and when I've got time I will do. So yeah, either stuff that I'm inspired by in the moment, stuff that I've got on a spreadsheet of ideas that I get excited when I read it, or stuff that Instagram, like the people that follow me on the Booktuber account, which is Novel Perfection, tell me they'd like to see. And yeah, I've just got that pool of ideas and I'll make them when I want to, basically. Then question 7b is, are you ever overwhelmed with video ideas? No, I'm not. I plan to do this for as long as I'm having fun with it. So any video idea I get that I'm excited to do will get done at some point. Right now, the way that I'm organising the ideas that I have is working pretty well. It's pretty okay. So yeah, no, like I don't get overwhelmed by the ideas. I don't know. I've got the things in place that means that I can just keep track of them and figure it out. Question number 8. Have you ever regretted posting a video? No. I don't think I've ever, well, I know I haven't ever regretted posting one. However, I will say I have not gone back and watched my older videos, and I'm sure that if I watched some of my older videos now I would find them so cringy. I definitely think at some point I'll probably go back and watch my older videos, and any that are too cringy for me to deal with, private, but that's not something that's important for me to do right now. So yeah, I've never regretted uploading one. They've all been what I've been excited about and what I've been interested in and what I wanted to talk about in that moment and in that moment in time. And I feel like when I started making videos on the internet, I very quickly knew and accepted that even though a video might be old for me, that video and how I am and how I can be perceived in that video could be someone's current perception of me, even though that's no longer me. Like, this is me now. Someone could still perceive me how they perceived me back then. I just gotta be okay with that and not care, and honestly, like, I don't, so there we go. Okay, and then question 9 is also split into 2 parts. So 9a is, are the number of views / subscribers meaningful to you? It's meaningful in a way where I hope it continues to grow. I'm so happy and thankful for everyone who's here and enjoys my videos, and I feel like it really adds to the joy and excitement of doing Booktube and making videos when you know that people are enjoying it. Like, I do think it adds to that and makes it good. So like, it's meaningful in that sense. My camera's about to run out of battery, so I'm going to quickly try and do one more question and then we'll come back and do the rest in a bit. 9b, are the numbers of views / subscribers a measurement of success? I would say in a way they are, but I don't know how much or like how much weight that actually holds. For me personally, I don't think there is much a show of success of the channel, but I do very much think of them as a way of seeing the success of a video. At some point in time, somewhere on YouTube, it told me the amount of views that you should get on a video is at least 10% of the amount of subscribers that you have. And honestly, like, I don't even know if that's true anymore. I found that out many, many years ago, but even now, I definitely view whether a video was successful as to whether it's got those 10% number of views, whatever subscribers currently is, whatever, it's got that. So I definitely see it as a measure of success in that way, and I think it's really helpful to see it like that. Look, I don't ever view it as a negative, as a video is done bad if it doesn't reach that, but I do view it as a positive if a video does really good. So for instance, for me, my reading journal setup video that I make every single year, like, blows all the rest of my videos out of the park. Like, it does amazingly well, and for me, I know that people love that because people are watching it and they're watching it for a long time, and like that view number is really, really high, and I normally get like more subscribers from that video than I do any other video throughout the year as well. So I know that every year I will make that video. It's a video that can only be made once a year, but every time that comes around, even though it's a 3-week process to make that video, because I need to actually set up my reading journal as well, I will do that every year because I know that it is a successful video and it gets lots of enjoyment. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm back. I'm hoping I made sense in the last question. I'm aware I felt very rushed, but hopefully that made sense. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 10, are you disappointed by the growth of your channel? No, I'm not disappointed, but I feel like I also set myself very realistic goals, and I set myself goals that I know are like achievable. I don't know, it's complicated, right? My only number goal that I set myself every year is the amount of subscribers. So for instance, this year, a realistic goal of mine is to reach 2,000. and a push goal is to reach 2,500. I know my channel, I know the growth, and I track it. I know that realistically by the end of this year, unless something major happens and it ends up getting considerably more than I expect, I will probably end the year on around 2,100. So for that, like the goal that I set, it's very realistic. Like I know I should reach it, and for me, like number goals are out of my control. I can't control them, so most goals that I will set myself will be things that I can control. And yeah, because of that, I don't get disappointed. I think just stay realistic. Question number 11. Have you ever thought about quitting Booktube? Not seriously, I would say. Last year at certain points I was really struggling to upload 3 times a week, and I do think that quitting probably did cross my mind. However, then I was just like talk to myself properly and was like, stop being silly, just reduce it. Like you can reduce your uploads from 3 to 2, like it's okay, you can do that. So that's what I've done this year. But if I did ever stop having fun, I would stop making videos. Like if it was no longer fun, I wouldn't do it, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Okay, question 12 is split into 2 parts as well. So 12A, what are the most touching comments? Honestly, for me, just when someone tells me they're going to pick up a book that I've spoken about or talked about, like they watched a video and they're going to pick up a book after watching that video. Like I just think that's so lovely and so nice, and I don't know, like it kind of makes me feel like something's like being done correctly. Like if you were in person talking to someone and like you were really excited about a book and they were really excited about a book, I think it would be very natural for you to like pick up the book that the other person was talking to you about and was really excited about. So when someone comments and says they're going to do that, it's like, oh yes, like my excitement is coming across. Like I am really happy and really glad, and I really love those comments. And then 12B is what are the most negative comments? Honestly, I don't really get negative comments, especially not on any of my bookish videos. I can't think of any I've ever got. Obviously anything that's like offensive or bad, YouTube sorts it out. Like I don't ever have to see that. YouTube will put it into a whole separate part that I only go into if you ever want to. I don't go in there. So I don't know, maybe there are comments and I'm just not seeing them, but honestly I don't really get negative comments. Like I've never seen them. I would say the only time I get comments that I view as slightly negative are on my hair dye videos that I make. It doesn't really matter to me. Like these will be videos that are 2 to 4 years old, say, and I'll get comments like answer me now, like, or I don't know, reply to me now. Like I don't know, like it's not a big deal, it's just a bit much. And I don't look at my comments every day. Like I love when people comment on my video, but I sit down and reply to all the comments when I have time to. I try and look at my comments every 2 weeks, sometimes it's every 3 weeks. It's like, that's all I can think of in terms of like, makes me feel kind of negative, like, oh great. Final question, question number 13. In regards to Booktube, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know, I truly don't know. In 5 years, where do I see myself on Booktube? In 5 years time, I imagine I'll be living somewhere different. So it's not really Booktube related, but kind of, because right now this is my background. I don't love it. I try and change it around every few videos, so different books are on display, but you can't really see much. I would hope in 5 years time I have prioritised living somewhere where I can have a whole wall of bookcases. That would be really nice. That's something I'd really like. So it would change like the look of what you're seeing on Booktube. So that's something that I can see happening in the next 5 years. Honestly, just doing whatever I love on Booktube. Whatever in that moment I'm interested in. Making videos I find fun and I think are interesting and cool. I don't have any grand plans. That was kind of a bust of a last question to finish on, but maybe I should plan it out. Maybe at some point I'll come up with a 5-year plan, but I don't know. I don't have interests that really last that long. Like obviously reading is an interest and it is lasting that long, but what I'm reading, what I'm interested in, the exact books I want to read, it changes very frequently. But yeah, that's it. That's it. That was the final question. I do really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you did like it. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.